sharing all those nice things that you say.
Oh yeah, it's my dog. Small time vibes.
I know you're really looking forward to obviously that first playoff game. Just kind of your takeaways, not the result you guys wanted, but coming out a good one.
We came out, had a good first quarter. Second quarter, they picked up the energy, and we just couldn't bounce back after that. But we'll be ready this tomorrow, and be ready for the war. Last game, I felt like coaches they prepared us well, but the game turned down to a possession game, and they got more possession.
What is it over the last couple of days that gives you that confidence this team will be ready?
We got good looks. Um, we did our job really with Anthony Edwards. Other guys got hot, and we got to make sure we limit their lasers. They're great three-point shooters too. They can't get off 24 threes. We got to do a better job of getting their attempts down. So besides that, we did good.
Yeah, your presence obviously always felt more than just the counting stats. But do you think there is a way for you to, maybe look for your shot more, or how can you make a bigger impact in Cape?
This is probably one of those games that it may not be me because they put Rudy Gobert on Rui, so Rui probably gonna get more to be in action a lot more than me. So I'll probably be in the corner a little bit more, but. I can affect the game defensively, crashing the glass, finding ways to cut, just being active. And I got to be a little bit more active. I felt like last game I allowed not touching the ball, kind of messed with my energy, and I got to do better.
Going off that, how much of physicality is a pride point? And what does it do to you as a player to feel like you were outplayed physically?
You'll see it in the stats, offensive rebounds, deflections. I feel like they got way more deflections than us. It gives teams energy. You take a charge. You dive for the ball. You get extra possession. It kills the opponent. Energy, and it gives you energy. So we got to play better on that end of the at that aspect of the game. But besides that, we was getting great shots. We just probably missed them, and it kind of creeped into our defense.
What's the mental adjustment that you guys have to kind of make when you're going into these games, and especially, after getting kind of punched in the mouth in the first game and just rebounding as a team?
Every game different. Just got to come out there and be the better team. They was the better team the first game, and it's a whole new game. We just got to try to come out here and get this win. It's a very important must win, especially if you're trying to do something special, you got to get this win.
You talked about, the lasers and, defensively too for you guys. When you guys were in tilt, Timberwolves mentioned that a lot in the press conference. They will send a cutter to kind of get you guys off balance and then to clear out an open side. So what have you learned in terms of that, in terms of them using their cuts, and then when y'all do tilt, Julius being able to pass out of that when he has a situation with Austin? What are some things you like and saw from that too?
We just got to be more active, give second and third efforts because we're going to be in a scramble situation once we start tipping the floor. But, they guys made shots. Certain guys we wanted shooting the ball, and, they made them shots. And, sometimes that's how it is, but, we can't allow, that to mess with our energy and our defensive effort. They did a good job. We knew they scouted, what we do on the defensive end. So, we knew how they was going to play. They're a physical team. That's who they are. And, that was a better team the first game. So we'll be ready next game.
Is it tough to get fast break points when you do tilt?
No.
Because, a lot of times when they would get a layup or something like that, or when you guys would get a layup, it's just kind of, because it was 25-6 in the fast break points.
No, that's fast break points is also us. We got to run. We got to get stops, first of all, to get in transition. So, can't really say it was the tilts. We got to get stops and rebounds. They're getting all the offensive rebounds and loose balls. We can't get in transition. So we just got to do a better job of, getting the ball, 50-50 balls, and running.
Dorian, when it comes to the three-point shooting, you mentioned, just the best defense to that is just denying them the attempt. What's the key to denying a team like that, that many three-point attempts?
No, you can't really stop nobody from shooting three. You can make it hard for them. Ant can probably get off his shot against anybody, so you just got to make it hard. Try to get guys like Nas Reed off the line. you know, he ain't gonna shoot too many pull-up twos. He probably gonna either go to the rim or shoot a three. So, you know, we gotta get him off the line. And besides that, just gotta play harder.
Last question.
Dorian, when you say play harder, I think sometimes people hear that and they think it means just like
No.
running, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, can you kind of like, when you guys are playing hard, what does it look like?
We're communicating, giving second and third efforts. Teams getting one shot at the rim, you know, not two. I wouldn't say we wasn't playing hard because our first shot defense was good. You know, we just, you know, wasn't getting those, you know, loose balls. They was first to the ball, and that don't mean we wasn't playing hard. Just, you know, just mean they was just a little bit more, you know, into it, and we got to do the same.
Thanks, Doug.
Appreciate it.